All right. Good morning, everybody. Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. You might realize slight change of scenery here today, working remote from Southern California. So this will be kind of my new scene for a little bit. Nonetheless, what we're going to get into today is about 10 minutes of movement prep, just kind of warming the body up, all sorts of kind of global movement stuff, and then we'll get into cardio crush for about 15 minutes, and then we'll cool down and get you guys out of here so we can continue the rest of our mornings. So hope everyone had a really good weekend. What we're going to be starting off with here today in movement prep, let's just get into our space here. Don't need that. And what we're going to start with is a nice slow march. So as we march, what we want to do when we bring one knee up around hip level, we got the opposite arm up near our head, and then we're just going to slowly alternate between these two. Now we don't have to kind of come down hard with the foot. We can land with that foot nice and soft on the ground, but what we want to focus on, that foot that's on the ground, squeezing that same side butt. So as I plant my right foot, I'm squeezing my right butt super hard, my legs nice and straight. Got the tummy tight. We're just kind of warming up this movement here. It might take a few reps. Just trying to tighten all these muscles up, tighten that stomach up. And our goal here is to be able to kind of comfortably balance on one leg. If you're spending less time on one leg right now, that's totally okay. Kind of a learning process. Try and keep that knee up around hip level. Good job, you guys. Let's do a couple more on each side here. Breathing all the way. Using those toes, kind of help us balance out with the feet, keeping those arches up. All right, last one here, wherever you're at, whatever side it is, big squeeze on that glute. Good. All right, let's bring that leg down. Shake those arms out. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, let's come to the bottom of our space here. So if you're at a mat, let's come to the bottom of the mat. We're going to be needing some space in front of us here. And what we're going to do is one of my favorites, the dynamic runner's stretch. So we're going to start off by trying to reach down to the ground. And when we do this, make sure we're trying to push the hips back as well. We want to make sure that those hips don't stay in the same place, that they push back, makes it a little bit easier for us to reach the ground. And even if you can't reach the ground, let's go ahead and bend those knees so we can have at least some fingers on the ground here. And from here, we're going to slowly start to walk those hands out. Slowly but surely, coming all the way out into a nice kind of push-up starting position here. So there's a nice straight line between my shoulders and my heels. My tummy's nice and tight. Hands are under the shoulders. And now what we're going to do is take that left foot. Left foot's going to do a big lunge. When we're trying to place that left foot outside of that left hand. Do your best here, guys. All right, so from here, probably feeling kind of tight through the hips. Let's try and keep that back leg straight. We're going to let that left hand leave the ground. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling or sky. Still trying to keep those legs in the same position. We're going to look past that left thumb. Take a moment to breathe. Appreciate this position. Kind of might need to wiggle those hips around. Try and loosen them up. Either way, breathing is a key here. Good job, guys. Okay, let's bring that left hand back down to the ground. All right, from here, we're going to bring that left foot back to meet the right. Good job, guys. All right, now same thing on the other side. Tummy's still nice and tight. We're going to do big lunge with the right foot. All right, right foot is outside of that right hand. We're now going to turn, twist, reach up towards the ceiling or sky with that right, looking past that right thumb. Take a moment, appreciate the position. Where does it feel tight for you? Can you breathe comfortably here? How's your neck feel? Good job, guys. Okay, time to bring that right hand back down to the ground. As we square our hips back up to the ground, we can now take that right foot, bring it back to meet the left, and we're back into that push-up starting position. So take a moment, make sure those shoulder blades are kind of in your back pockets. And from here, we can push ourselves into a brief downward dog here. Might be kind of a longer downward dog, and that's okay. This isn't exactly a professional yoga class. Maybe we're feeling some calf stretch here. All right, now it's time to start walking those hands back in towards the toes. Take your time with this one and then bend the knees a little bit if you have to in order to bring those hands back towards the feet. And then from here, we can do our best to slowly straighten on up, roll ourselves up, add a little shoulder roll in there at the end, whatever we need to do. Good job, you guys, good job. Okay, everyone is looking good. What we're gonna be doing next, we're gonna lay down on the ground here, guys. So we're gonna be on our backs. Take your time on getting down here. All right, you guys, so laying on our backs here, the goal is to kind of warm up. This next one, we're gonna be warming up arms, legs, everything basically, because we're gonna be using our core as well. So from here, let's go ahead and reach up towards the sky. And then take a nice deep breath and then exhale. Keep that core nice and tight. We're gonna start now with the legs also up, kind of bent at the knees here, nice 90-degree angle. And from here, we're gonna try and practice that dead bug. So if you guys have been in my classes before, you know this is kind of a good core move that we do, but since it's the morning, since it's Monday, I also wanted to mix in something so we could warm our brains up a little bit as well. So keeping the core nice and tight, we're gonna slowly try and do opposite arm, opposite leg. And I'm not too concerned about how far we can move the arm and the leg. We're just slowly moving opposite arm, opposite leg away from each other for a moment, and then bringing them back. Slowly just sharpening that connection between our brain and our body. Maybe test yourself by seeing how slow you can go compared to other times when we may have been going for a quantity as well. Not too worried about the quantity here today, guys, just a few on each side. Keep that core nice and tight. Good job, you guys, good job. All right, one more each side here. Again, we're taking our time, moving in a comfortable zone, not trying to tire ourselves out too much. All right, last one here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice work, you guys, nice work. Okay, slowly bring the legs back down to the ground. You can relax those arms. And let's just pause, take a deep breath. Feel all those muscles throughout our body relax. Great work, you guys, great work. Okay, we're gonna stay on the ground here for these next couple ones. The goal with these next ones is to warm up the lower body and specifically the glutes before we get into the rest of the cardio crush workout and the rest of our days. All right, so knees are bent here on the ground. What I'm gonna do is lift my toes up. So my toes are up, heels are digging into the mat here, digging into the ground. And what I want us to do is exhale, tighten up this tummy, crush an imaginary water balloon that's under your lower back, so no space in between the back and the mat. And from here, what we're gonna do, big glute squeeze, bring our hips up into a nice bridge. Good job, guys. Big glute squeeze here for a sec. And then we can slowly bring it back down. We're just warming up these glutes, guys. It doesn't need to be intense at all. Exhale, let's do it again. Big squeeze, hips are up. Good job, guys, good job. Coming back on down now. Good work, you guys, good work. Last regular kind of bridge squeeze here. We'll make it a slightly longer one. Keep squeezing. All right, and on your next exhale, go ahead and let those down. All right, one more step to our movement prep here today, guys. We're gonna warm up the glutes even just a little bit more. So goal here is, what we're gonna do is come up into our regular bridge. We're gonna lift one leg up and then come on down. So it's really gonna emphasize the leg that is supporting us on that way down. All right, here we go. We're gonna do one on each side. Let's come all the way up. So we got our regular bridge, squeezing the glutes here. What I'm gonna do is pick my left leg up. All right, now I'm feeling a lot in that right side. So keeping it nice and squeezed on that right side, slowly, core tight. We're gonna let ourselves back down. Beautiful. And then same thing, one more time. Let's come on up. All right, right leg this time is gonna come up. Super tight through that core. Tighten the glutes, slowly letting ourselves back down. Beautiful. All right, you guys, good job with that movement prep. Let's come on all the way up. It is about time to get into cardio crush. I'm gonna explain what we're doing with that right now. So what we got going on with cardio crush today, the interval is going to be 2 minutes on, so 2 minutes for us working and moving, and then 30 seconds off. So there's about a 4-to-1 work to rest ratio. We're gonna get kind of our heart rates up and hopefully keep them there for those 2 minutes, get a nice little rest for 30 seconds. We're gonna repeat that a few times, 3 to be exact, because we have 2 movements going on. So our 2 movements today are going to be reverse lunge with the knee drive and then loading progression. So reverse lunge with the knee drive, guys, you wanna make sure we got some space behind us. We're gonna alternate stepping back, and then driving that knee that we stepped back with forward. Think kind of the same thing from that slow march earlier. Trying to end with that knee nice and high, leg nice and straight. If it's really wobbly or you just don't feel comfortable, the regular reverse lunge will also work just as well. So same thing on the other side. What we're gonna do is just alternate. So as we drive that knee up, we're gonna put that foot down and then step back with the opposite. All right, guys, other movement here, loading progression. So this is one of my favorites if you're in an area that you can't really jump. I am currently in one of those areas. So what we're gonna do is reach up towards the sky, come up on our tippy toes. We're gonna violently swing those arms down and kind of load up like as if we're about to jump the highest we've ever jumped, but we're not gonna jump. So what it'll look like continuously, gonna catch ourselves, get back up on the tippy toes. Same thing, all about deceleration. Think about loading up for your largest jump ever. We wanna kind of end, nice hinge position, core is tight, back is straight. Knees can be however much bent is comfortable for you. So those are our 2 movements. Again, 2 minutes on, 30 seconds off. We'll do a little cool down at the end. I'm gonna get the timer set up and then we can get it going. All right, you guys, so about 15 minutes of work here. Again, 2 minutes on. Let's try and keep those heart rates up nice and high. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're starting with that reverse lunge. Also, one more thing I need to mention here, guys. What we're trying to do here in this class is breathe through our nose primarily. And what this does, even though it kind of feels unnatural at first, as we're gonna get our heart rates up, it really conditions us and helps us later on down the line with that aerobic capacity. So you might not hear me doing it a lot because I got to be talking, but try and breathe through the nose as much as possible. Even if you start just by limiting it to the rest area or rest periods, only breathing through the nose here, guys. That is our goal. Nasal breaths. I know it's going to seem weird. You guys can do it. All right, we're 1 minute in here. We got 1 more minute. And we're gonna do a quick rest, and then it's that loading progression. Good work, you guys. Nasal breath. I'm gonna be reminding you the whole way here today. Good job, y'all, good job. Some brief work to start this Monday, starting it off on a nice note with some movement. Come on, 20 seconds. Keep breathing through that nose. Good work, you guys, good work. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Good work, you guys. Okay, we're resting for about 30 seconds here. Nose breaths only. Might feel weird at first. We got some time to rest. And we're gonna go to 2 minutes of that loading progression. All right, guys, only a few more seconds of rest. We're about to get back into it. 3, 2, 1. Same thing here, guys. Nose breaths only. When we're swinging those arms, we want it to be nice and kind of violent. Hopefully you guys are in a space where arms are not going to swing and hit anything. It's okay to take a little bit of time between reps, reset, tippy toes, or coming back down. If the arm swing feels a little awkward, try to imagine we got some oranges in our armpits and we want to be making some orange juice this morning. So big squeeze in those armpits as we swing those arms down, pinky first. Oop. Good work, guys. We're still breathing in through the nose here. Good work. We got about 1 minute left. Good job, you guys. Good job. Tippy toes and then down. Good work, y'all. Good. Powerful exhales through the nose will help us. Gotta keep that tummy tight. Final 20 seconds here. Ten more seconds. Come on, guys. Keep working. And rest. Good job, you guys. Even though it's a rest, nasal breaths only. Come on, let's keep it. Keep that ball rolling. Grab some water if you need to. Next up, we're going right back into those reverse lunge with the knee drive one more time. All right, 10 more seconds of rest, and we're back into it for 2 minutes. All right, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. We're back to that reverse lunge with the knee drive. Placing that foot down, opposite foot steps back. Good work, you guys, good work. Nicely done, nicely done. Beautiful work, guys. Still breathing in through the nose, making sure those knees tracking over the outside toes as we step back. We're keeping the weight over that front leg. Using our feet to grip that ground. Especially if you don't have any shoes on, this is going to feel intense. It's really going to help us build up those foot muscles. Very important, overlooked part of the body. Good work, guys, good work. Keep working. We've got about 45 seconds left here in this interval. Nose breaths only. I know we're getting there. Good work, you guys, good work. Good work, everybody. Using that core. We're almost done here. 15 more seconds. Keep moving at that pace. Excellent job. Breathing through the nose. And rest. Good work, you guys. Good work. Grab some water if you need to. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, loading progression is up next. 2 minutes. Again, breathing through the nose. Strong exhales as we swing those arms down. Going to help us generate that force both throughout the body and specifically in the core. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Loading progression. So we're up on the toes, swinging those arms down, breathing through the nose, doing the best we can with what we got. Good job, guys. I realize that probably not going to have 100% of the breaths going through the nose, and that's okay. This is just another kind of tool that we're trying to add to our tool belt. It's not the only tool. I want to make that clear. Good job, you guys. Good job. Nose breaths. Keep it going, guys. Doing great. Got about 1 minute left. Good job, guys. Like we're loading up to jump really high, but we're not going to jump. Want that whole foot. We're starting with the toes, and the whole foot ends on the ground. I'm trying to grip that ground. Good work, guys. Violent arm swings. Here we go. Tummy tight at all times. Good work, y'all. Good work. 15 seconds. Trying to break a little sweat here, maybe. Maybe not. Either way, we're moving. Good work, everybody. 3, 2, 1. And we're resting. All right, you guys, we are on to our pretty much our final interval here. Reverse lunge and loading progression. We're going to go one more time. Then we're going to go ahead and cool it down. Get out of here right on time. All right, guys, 10 more seconds of rest. Remember, keep going in through the nose as much as you comfortably can. All right, 5 seconds. Reverse lunge coming up next. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last time we're doing this one. Let's try and lock in that form. Lock in those legs with the feet. Putting it all together. Pushing those knees out over the toes. Core nice and tight, and we're breathing through the nose if possible. Good work, you guys. Good. Remember that slow march that we did at the beginning of class. Big glute squeeze. We come up and drive that knee forward. Whoop. Almost lost my balance. That's okay. Got to come up nice and tall. The foot that's connected to the ground, that glute, we want to squeeze super hard. Good work, everybody. Good work. Everyone's doing great. Got about 40 seconds left. Let's keep moving. Final 3.5 minutes here, guys. Come on. Good work, you guys. Big glute squeezes. Make sure that weight is still over that front foot when we step back and we come up nice and tall. Almost done here. 10 more seconds. Good job. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, guys, nose breaths. Here we go. Final 30 seconds of rest. We're gonna do 2 minutes of that loading progression. Then we can cool down, we can get out of here. All right, 8 more seconds of rest. We're gonna get in to loading up these legs. All right, 3, 2, 1. Final 2 minutes here, guys. Let's go hard. Up on those tippy toes, swinging those arms, loading up those legs. Good job, guys. Violent arm swings. That force should be pulling you close to the ground, and it's the legs that absorb the force and keeping us from going back further to the ground. Good job, guys. Nose might be getting a little runny, might be getting a little harder to breathe that way. Do your best. We're in our final minute almost. You guys can do it. We made it this far. Let's keep going. Nose breaths only. Come on, guys. Way to work on your conditioning. Good work, guys. We got less than a minute to go. Good work, everybody. Good work. Way to swing those arms. All right, final 30 seconds. Come on. Maybe you're speeding up the pace a little bit, maybe not. Either way, let's keep moving. Good job, you guys. Let's end on a nice high note. Come on. Keep working. 15 seconds. Keep it going with those nose breaths. We're almost done here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, you guys. Good job. Even though we're resting, done with the workout, let's try and do nose breaths just to finish off. Stand here for a moment. A few nose breaths. Exhale through the mouth if you need to. But good job, you guys. Good job. Way to stick with me there. Okay, before we get on to the rest of our Mondays, let's go ahead and cool down just a little bit. We're gonna start in standing, then we'll work our way onto the ground for a little hip stretch. So what we're gonna do today for our cool down, let's develop kind of a wider stance, slightly wider than shoulder width here. Toes are pointing forward. What we're gonna do is reach up towards the sky or ceiling. I'm gonna go ahead and grab onto my left wrist here. So right hand grabbing onto the left wrist. What I'm gonna do is lean all my weight into my left foot, poking my left hip out to the side. I'm gonna use my right hand, pulling my left arm to the right. What we're trying to do here, guys, have the biceps near the ears, no shrugging. Stretch out our sides a little bit, especially after we're using those muscles. Swing our arms down violently. Let's do a couple breaths. All the weight in that left foot. All right, let's come back to the middle, switch the grip. So now I'm grabbing onto my right wrist with my left hand. Same deal, arms are up overhead. I'm gonna shift all my weight into my right leg, poke my right hip out, and then use my left arm, pulling my right side away here. A couple breaths, make sure we're not shrugging. Nicely done, you guys. All right, let's return to the middle. Can let those arms slowly come down. Let's go ahead and lay down on our backs here in our space. Last thing we'll do before we go, quick rear hip stretch since we're working those muscles with both of those movements. As we lay down, what we're gonna do, rest that left ankle on top of that right knee. And from here, what we'll do is we'll elevate that right leg. Now, if you're already here and you're already kind of feeling a stretch, you might just have to pull that left knee a little bit and closer to the body to get that rear hip stretch. If not, let's go ahead and elevate that right leg. Loop that arm through. What we're looking for is pulling on that right leg to get a left rear hip stretch. Couple breaths here. Good job, guys. Good job. Way to catch your breath here. Notice those nose breaths are getting a little bit easier. All right, let's release that leg. We're going to switch it over to the other side. Right ankle on left knee. Going to elevate that left leg, pulling it in closer for a little bit better of a right rear hip stretch. Good job, you guys. Good job. Remember, if you guys are interested in any other classes or all the other stuff that Exos at Autodesk has to offer, SharePoint is our big kind of landing site for everything. We got the class schedule, all the times, the dates, everything in there, as well as all the information about programs, methodology, and all our other services. So if you guys are curious, have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us, myself, Jazzy, Brittany, or check out SharePoint. Again, we're always here to help. Let's slowly release that left leg. Man, and now we can say that we are done with this Monday morning workout. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. You guys did great. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Monday. Again, feel free to reach out to us with any questions, comments, or concerns. SharePoint is the primary site, but you can also find us on Slack. All right, guys, hope to see you guys later. Good work, everybody. Jet, Eric, thanks you guys for coming.
Thank you.
See you guys later.